You caught me in my garden today, and I am mixing up a batch of dirt for something very, very special that we're going to make today, a living wreath. We're going to work on the dirt and the pots out here, and then we're going to go into my studio, and I'm going to show you how to make a gorgeous wreath. Come on over, I'll show you what I'm doing. Now, I think I've got it just about the right diameter to hold my pot. I tried out with my pot. And notice this is going to work out good because I've got a limb coming out from my wreath right here. And my pot's going to fit pretty tightly on that. Whoops. Something cracked. Maybe it'll stay. I'm going to lift this out a minute because I want to put another curl through there to hold that same pot. I'm going to go through the back of the wreath this time. I'm being extra careful with the honeysuckle in this wreath because it's going to be holding wet dirt and flowers that are going to grow, hopefully. And these clay pots. Okay, there's it's cracking a little bit. I'm going to thread this down. Now, you never know exactly how this is going to work. I never know as many times as I've done this. So you're just going to have to do what I'm doing and play with it and pull it around and twist it. Now, I've got a good bit in there. I've got 3 rows of honeysuckle tied around that pot, around the big pot, but this will help give it some stability. Notice I'm just shooting a little bit of glue in there where I tucked it in. I'm going to put some moss right in that spot. Now this one will curl without breaking. Yay, I think it is going to. I'll stick that in through. And hopefully it's going to be big enough to hold this big pot. I want it to go at that angle. Yeah, that's working great. Give me another little curl up here just in case I decided I wanted another pot. I need to cut this at an angle so it'll go through. Okay, we'll tie that just like it is right there. Now, I don't know if I'm going to put a pot in that loop yet or not, but even if I don't, I like the loop. Are you ready for us to fill up this pot with all these beautiful flowers? Well, I am. I'm itching to. But first I want to tell you something. We are going to be selling the bases for your live wreaths. We'll start with a wild birch wreath. We'll put pots in it. We'll have options where you can choose 1 pot or 2 pots or 3 pots or even a big one like this, but it's heavy, so it would be more expensive to ship. So we haven't figured out the prices on those yet, but I wanted to let you know that that's the next thing that we're going to be adding. Okay, I'm just itching to put plants in. And the first one that we found is yellow lantana. I wanted some bright colors. So I'm thinking it's going to fit in this pot right here. I'm going to need to add a little bit more dirt, but I'm going to raise my vine up and stick it in there. And I'm going to notice I'm pushing it toward the front. And then where I'm going to add dirt, I got my moist dirt already right here. I'm just going to use a glove and just pour it in the back and tuck it in. And if you garden at all, you know you're not supposed to have any air spaces around the roots of your plants. They just don't do as well. So I'm tucking it in, and I'm going to tuck them a little bit. That went in really tight, but I'm going to mash it down to make sure. And I'm going to bring a little piece where it curls around this loop of honeysuckle vine up there. And let that trail out. Everybody loves burlap these days. And we were thinking maybe just do a burlap bow right here. Just a simple one, maybe with one loop on each side. And then when we get to some of the other plants, we're going to wrap the bulk of the root balls with some dirt in some burlap and put them in different places too. Oh, this is going to be beautiful. I like it. And we'll see if 2 loops are going to be enough. I'm kind of thinking they are because this is really wide burlap. And this, I get this from my secret vendor, my favorite secret vendor. You can find out their name in my secret vendor list. And I also buy burlap by the yard from them. And we're going to use this also wrapping some of these root balls. Burlap is so inexpensive. Oh yeah, what do you think? That's all it needs, isn't it? No more loops, just 2. Okay, I'm going. This is what I call a shoestring bow because it's like tying a shoestring. You have 1 loop on each side and 2 long streamers. Notice I'm tying it really tightly the way we always tie our bows. And this is wired. This is wonderful burlap. I don't know how long I want this streamer, so I'm going to not cut it yet. Go up just a little bit higher. Thread it through. Now just think how much fun it would be. I mean, some of you are going to want to do the pots just like we did, and that is a lot of fun. I love doing that, but it's a lot of work. Just think how fun it would be to get your wreath already made with the pots already in it, and all you have to do is the fun part, this fun part, adding your flowers. I'm probably going to tie, I don't want to hide that blue. I'm going to thread that underneath there so it'll come out. Now when you're making a live wreath, I know you're thinking, well, what am I going to do when my flowers die? Well, in the pots, I would just take out whatever you've got in it, use the same dirt, put something else in it on top of it. Or if it's in some of these sections where we're going to be using these little squares, this is going to grow and the roots are going to intertwine through your wreath. So you could just add something on top of it. You could get a knife, make a little slit inside this, and poke something else in it. so it can just keep going season after season. Got a lot of spots for some little succulents. I got enough stuff here to make 4. Kim says 5 rings. We bought too much. Our eyes were too big. That's right. You get Kim and I in a nursery. I mean, that's what we did all yesterday morning. We both have the same taste. We both love the same things. So we were grabbing the same stuff. Oh, this time of year when they're all, look at all these new fresh flowers out. We've already done most of the pots in my garden, haven't we? Except we got more flowers, so we better make. I've got some empty pots behind my garage. I've got a whole plastic shelf of big clay pots. Okay. You're gonna go home and make one, isn't it? If somebody happens to have some extra flowers, you can take home. Okay. If I can pick this heavy thing up, I'm going to pick it up and turn it around so you can see it. Oh, long. It's heavy. No. Well, I know. I was trying to move the stand. How about that? Can you see that now? Okay. Well, I want to thank you for joining me today as we played in the dirt and made a beautiful living wreath. Pretty soon we'll have them listed on my website, ladybugwreaths.com, where you can order just the wreath with the honeysuckle vine, and we'll give you an option of how many pots to go in yours. But if you want to do yours yourself, just follow my instructions. Go do exactly what I did. You can't go wrong. Just have enough different types of flowers and colors that you like and start sticking them in. And I'm still seeing some. I'll wait to get in there, but I got to stop. Thank you again for joining me. It's been a pleasure to be in your home teaching you how to make a beautiful wreath. As I always say, I know that you can do it. As a matter of fact, I guarantee that you can. I'll see you later. Bye.